You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. So, this is going to be our Mario movie spoiler cast, Sean. We're just going to be listening to this in the future. In the future? Yeah. Anyways, I think that's how it is. So, we were going to drop this right away.
If you were listening to this in the past, then, congratulations. You've
Good point.
figured out Time Machine.
I was trying to figure, I was like, did I say that right? I'm not 100% sure I said that right. I said that right.
Yeah, so as of right now, it is the 3rd of April, which is 2 days after the release. And we thought that we would be very kind as to record our impressions, our first impressions of the movie, but not release it until a date that we either saw. We thought, you know what, if you haven't seen it by now, tough, or other people are kind of doing a similar thing, so we're not spoiling it, or not the only ones spoiling it for everyone. So,
and I'm sure if you didn't see it for however long it's going to be, Sean will give you many of red flags that will be like, if you don't want to know, then don't click on this thing, because he's pretty good about that.
This is true.
So Sean, I saw it just last night with my kiddos and then 4 other kiddos. Actually, it's a family thing. Went together. And so, man, just Sean and I, and so to be clear, Sean and I have not talked about this movie at all, so I have no idea what Sean thinks or doesn't think about this movie. So let's just do this. 1 out of 10, Sean, where did this movie land for you?
This is exactly what Logan did when we went after we watched the movie. We went for a meal afterwards, and he spent the entire meal going, "So what do you rate this character out of 10? What do you rate this character out of 10?"
Me and Logan cut from the same cloth.
It got a 7.5 out of 10.
Ooh. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I had a few issues with it.
Okay, all right. I really liked it. I'd give it a 9. I mean, I thought it was really good. There are some things that I wanted to talk to you about, because I've played most of the Mario games that were not on handhelds except for the Switch. I didn't play 3DS, is what I'm saying, or any of those.
Yeah.
But I also have a really horrible memory. So, did we know the relationship between Peach and Rosalina? Was that in Galaxy and I just don't remember it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's been that long since I have played Galaxy, because when they re-released them for the ports on the Switch, I went straight to Galaxy 2 because I had never played that one. But as far as my understanding, I always thought they were just like the Disney franchise in terms of they were just all princesses of their own kind of shtick. So, Rosalina had this guy, Peach had the Mushroom Kingdom, Daisy's got the farm deal. Is it Moo Meadows?
Yeah. So chat says yes. We did not know this until this movie. Yeah, because I was like, Galaxy is one of my favorite favorite video games. It rates up there with Odyssey, to be honest. I really love the gravity concept, and you're running around this world just like we live in this world, except it's a smaller version of it. It's fantastic. But I was like, man, I don't know. It's been a while. Maybe that was in there, and I just skipped past it. I don't really pay. I don't play Mario for the story, people. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
no, it's as if Miyamoto kind of thought, you know what? I've dropped these little things, and I have these different princesses and stuff like that. I know. How about I just make them all sisters, and that'll really blow people's mind. So
Do you think so? I mean, let's just spoil. It's a spoiler cast. Uh, the final cut is Peach. So obviously they're saying Peach is next, which I think we kind of all thought. Do you think
you
Peach is
mean
going to be a
Daisy?
sister? Oh, I'm
You
Daisy.
mean
Sorry. Yeah, Daisy. My bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah. The final
um
reveal at the very end. What do they call those?
yeah
The cut. I don't know what they call them. But anyways.
um post scene
Yeah.
post credit scene.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Is
Yeah.
Daisy? Is
Um,
Daisy going to be a sister?
I think so.
You think
I don't know how it's all going to fit together, but yeah, I
Daisy's
think
always
so.
seemed like the redheaded stepchild of Mario princesses, if I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Yeah, well, you always for me, Luigi was always like partnered with Daisy, so
yeah,
like maybe
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what's
Uh-huh.
going to happen. So I did
Could see that.
like all the little hidden Easter eggs in this film, though. That was
Yeah,
great. There was a
yeah,
lot of them, like too many that I can name. So
yeah. The Mario 2 like throwback to bosses with
oh
Wart,
yeah, with
yeah, and all of them and Birdo,
can you
but
Birdo? What was the
the frog.
lizard? Oh, the
The,
lizard frog
okay,
thing.
yeah, okay. And then there's a third one, and I can't remember what it is right now. It,
It was a rat, but I can't
oh,
remember.
the
He's
rat.
from
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The rat that would steal your stuff, and you had to run after him in the dungeons. So
Yeah.
so yes, I loved that. I thought that was a great throwback. It's one of those things that like my kids loved the movie. They thought it was fantastic. They did not get half of the nostalgia that I got out of it. Like, I was just
Yes.
like I was going through it being like, "Oh, we're in Odyssey now. Oh, wow, Super Mario 2. Okay, we're in Mario 2 now. Okay. Oh, we're in Mario 3 now. Sweet. We got Frog Suit and now we're jumping through the little like overworld maps. Oh, that's Super NES. So that's Super Mario from the Super NES. And so it's like I was having fun just like calling out the jumps that we were doing. I don't think my wife super appreciated it, but that's okay. Um and but my kids are just loving like this fun Mario story, right? So
Yeah. I I the 7.5
yes.
is based purely on how like quickly it shot through the story,
Mm-hmm.
but then how it seemed to just end really abruptly. Like they were building the castle, that was it. They got the helmets from the Mario Maker games.
Mm-hmm.
They built the castle, and then it went straight to credits. And I was like, oh, oh, okay, fair enough. The film's ended. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that is the only reason why I got like, and even Lindsay agrees that it felt very rushed to try and get
I mean,
through the story.
I looked it up here because I thought, oh wow, okay, I agree with that. It's only an hour and 38 minutes for movies nowadays. It's not super long, really. So it's
No,
definitely on the shorter side. Um, I do agree. It's got the same. Plays a lot like the first movie, where it's like it hits these like story beat, these high point story beats, and then it really moves from one to the other rather quickly. So
yeah. I mean, and I don't know if that's because I spend a lot of the time analyzing everything that we see, so I'm looking for all the little references all the time. So, like, and there's a lot of them to get. At like one point, there was just so many things happening, so many different characters. I was lost in terms of trying to explain. And then like the kids have
hmm
asked questions after, like, which character is this and which character is that, and it's like, okay, I remember seeing that character. Well done.
hmm yeah, yeah.
So
I'm interested. So we live in a rural area. I've said that numerous times. It was a Thursday, not opening night, the night after opening night, but it's also spring break over here. So everybody's off. By everybody, I mean kids are off. Um, we had one family in the theater with us at 7:20 at night. There was a family of like 7 behind us that watched. I was blown away when we walked in. We did not walk in like super early. Ariel, I had to pull Ariel out of soccer practice 30 minutes early so that we could get there on time. So we walked in like 10 minutes before, and that was it. I was a little blown away that was all the people that were even for
Yeah.
us.
We went like three in the afternoon on the day of release, and it was rammed.
Yeah. Okay.
So Lindsay picked up one of the Yoshi popcorn buckets. She ummed and ahed and ummed and ahed and ummed and ahed about it. I don't know if you had them over there.
We didn't have them at this one. We did not go to a very like great theater. So
Okay.
maybe if we would have went to a different one, we would have had different experience.
Yeah. So yeah, it was busy. Lots of families, lots of kids with different Mario t-shirts and jumpers and teddies and stuff like that. Logan got a new Super Mario Galaxy t-shirt for it. Took his like 10-inch or is it 12-inch Mario plushie, and then he's got a question mark box which has got like two zips and you can open it up and put stuff in.
Oh,
Put all
cool.
the cinema snacks in there.
Nice.
And then he bought, with some of his own money, with the stuff that we've been doing with flipping the house around, a Yoshi figure from the movie and a Wonder Bowser Jr. He brought them with him as well, and they kind of like stood and watched the film while he sat there.
Aw, that's great. I love it. Yeah, no, it was not packed. So I mean, hopefully that doesn't portray how it does. So hopefully you have
Well, I mean,
the thing.
looking at the numbers, I think it was only something like $75 million behind the first one.
Okay.
And the first one cleared like 370 something, and this one's cleared 320 something. So my maths might be even wrong. It might be even less. So
okay. Yeah, I mean, I doubted it would do bad, but I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I'm surprised me.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 52%, but I think the popcorn people, which is what most people listen to nowadays, gave it a 94. So
okay. Yeah, I would. 52 seems low. I'd be. I don't know if I'd give it. Yeah, I said 9 out of 10. I'd stick with that. It was just fun. It was fun. It was fun for a nostalgia reason for me. Not sure. I can't pull the nostalgia out of my head and try to think about what it would be without it. But for all the nostalgia reasons. Oh, the other thing I loved about it, and Nintendo's been doing this now. Like they started it kind of with Odyssey, as I recall, where they set up a story that needs Mario, but it's not a story where Peach necessarily needs Mario, right?
yeah.
And I really appreciated that about this. Like the Luma guy comes and like, oh, I need help. Peach does not run to Mario and be like, can you go save the people for me? Or can you come with me at least and save? She doesn't even do that. She just writes a note, be like, hey, you're in charge. You're in charge of the house now. Like basically, like be a great stay-at-home dad, Mario. You're doing good. I'm gonna go save the world. I love it.
That whole scene was an N64 thing. Super Mario 64, where he gets the letter about, come to the castle because I've got cake. Love Peach. And then he gets to the castle and the castle's empty. Peach isn't there because she's been kidnapped by Bowser. That was that whole segment was a reference to Mario 64.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
As
I didn't pick that up. But yeah. I did love, like, basically for that period of time before the castle gets taken and all that happens, they make Mario and Luigi like stay-at-home dads, pretty much. Just watching over the Toads, making sure everything's, fix the ice cream, do all those things. I was like, I can appreciate this. So, yeah. But then they get thrust into the story. So, it was
the introduction of Yoshi was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the Desert Kingdom from Mario Odyssey.
Yep.
Which I don't know if you noticed, but the entire town is set up exactly as it's set in Mario Odyssey.
I didn't know if it was exact, but I mean, it sure looked like it. Like, you got the upside, the towns there in the middle, and you got the pyramid. The only thing I thought that would have been cool is if instead of Yoshi having this like Yoshi bike that he just like rides, if he would have had that car. Remember the car in the Odyssey desert that's like stuck upside down? I was like, that would have been great if he'd have been just driving that car when they found him. But it was still good.
But yeah, the whole when they ask how did you get here, and he goes through that entire scene of like how he hatched in New York City
Uh-huh.
and went wandering around and stuff like that. Absolutely brilliant. And the first time when he eats somebody and squeezes it out as an egg, I literally laughed out
Yep.
loud to the
Me
point
too.
where like Lindsay gave me a horrific stare as if to say, "What are you doing? That's embarrassing." And literally just went,
It's when he ate the dog. That's what really got me. He ate. There was the like whiny little dog, and when he eats the
"That's the
dog
one."
and
Yeah,
poops it out as an egg. Oh yeah, no. I mean, all of us, the whole row lost it. That was fantastic. Loved
yeah.
it. So
That brown dog that he ate as well is from.
is that the
Is it a
dog
life?
from Yoshi Story? Yoshi's Crafted World. That's what I
No, there's a
wondered.
dog. No, it's one of the other dogs that Illumination have used in one of their films.
Okay.
Is it Life of Pets? Something like that. I can't
I'll
remember.
see if I can find
But
it.
yeah, that entire thing when then like when they get to the end and Mario and Luigi look at each other and just go, I guess we'll never know. Because obviously Yoshi can't speak other than in weird
Yeah.
squeaky noises.
Yeah. No, that was good. So the dog Yoshi eats in the new movie is the same dog that fought with Mario and Luigi in Brooklyn in the first
Ah,
film. That's what it says.
yeah.
Basically a callback gag for people who remembered that scene. I did not remember that at all. So, oh yeah. Yeah, that was great. I loved the part too where like you see him walking. They got the camera behind him with the like hat
Is-
turned and like yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought all that was really well done. I liked the turn of Bowser, and then I guess there's the turn back. They couldn't keep him nice, right? Like he tried to be nice, and then his son kind of turned him the other way. I did like the father and son moments. I thought those were pretty cool with Bowser and Bowser Jr. And their relationship.
Yeah. I like how they pictured him as a good dad as well, in terms of like the whole puppet thing, which was all like Yoshi's Crafted World or Yoshi's
Mm-hmm.
Story
Yep,
with the
for sure.
cardboard cutouts of stuff. That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, 100%. So I overall I appreciate the story. I don't know if this is what Nintendo was going for, but it did make me want to play Mario Galaxy, just to be like, oh, I kind of want to play this again now. So we're all coming up to the end of um me and the kids are coming up to the end of Brothership, so maybe we'll start playing that. So
Yeah. What was your take in putting Star Fox in there?
oh, yes, thank you. Yeah. I wondered. I was like if that when they were like you got to go down to the wherever to get the pilot, and I was like, are they going to have Fox? And then they were like showing other pilots. I was like, oh, no, they're not. And then he turned around and there he was. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
So what's ironic is I was just listening to another Game Scoop podcast, and they were like, we think Star Fox is dead. And I don't know, like this makes me wonder, is Star Fox dead? Are they if they're putting him in a movie, like I don't know, man. Makes me wonder if they're going to try to bring something back with him.
There's entire rumors starting that there could be a like Nintendo metaverse, bit like the Avengers, where they like all have these individual movies, but they all end up clashing together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's rumors circling that if we get like could we have a Star Fox like kind of movie on its own, the explanation of how he ended up there, what was happening at the time, then like maybe a Metroid one, then maybe like you know other, because that was the way they had it, is that pipe system could take you to anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're at Galaxy Central. But if you're gonna do a Star Fox movie, you've got to hit it out of the park with a Star Fox video game, in my opinion. First, I just don't know. Like like what's I mean, okay, so we had Star Atlantis or whatever. What was that called?
Uh,
That what was the toy version of the thing?
yeah, Starlink.
Starlink. That's it. Yeah. We had that, but I mean that was fun, but only for a specific group of people. I don't know. I do not think that a Star Fox movie is going to hit very well. I just I just don't see it. I
I
you
don't
got to
know.
bring him back.
It takes a lot of time to build the character, animate him, and then put in a voice to him
Yeah.
to not keep using him for something.
If they so like it's a great so obviously we're going to have Peach next. Whatever that looks like, we're going to have Peach next. Which by the way, okay, wait, I have a lot of segues. Okay, so let's go back to the Star Fox thing. I agree. Maybe they'll use them. In my head, it's not gonna sell well. People love Mario. They know Mario, and they have played stellar games for years now. Nobody has played a Star Fox game. That's not okay. Not nobody. The recent generations have not played a Star Fox game. Like there just
No.
hasn't been one.
So what better way to introduce him as a character that they will like than making him this cocky, funny, you know, bit nuts and brave kind of guy in a film where lots of kids are going to go and watch it.
That's true. Who is the Galaxy the Guardians? The
Chris,
raccoon
Rocket.
Rocket. He's somewhat when I saw him on stage or when I saw him on the big screen and he's talking and doing the thing, he kind of reminded me like he could be a Rocket type character.
Rocket. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have that kind of sass and like just that whole thing. I just see that in him. Maybe that would be such a turn of events for Nintendo. Instead of a video game feeding into a movie,
A movie feeding into the video game.
yeah, a movie bringing a character back and giving it life and feeding into a video game. That would be amazing. Yep. How far Nintendo will have come on the big screen if that's really what they can make happen.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it.
I like that we got the showing of Baby Mario, Baby Luigi,
Yeah.
with was it the SNES cannon?
Yeah. The big cannon that they had on the
Yep.
shoulder. You know what? I did not put that together. I did not put together that it was that peripheral until you just said that.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
So they are leaning in to so many different like parts of the Super Mario franchise in these movies that you could watch Super Mario Galaxy 2 and then go and play. You could go play Super Mario Wonder. You could go play Super Mario Sunshine because you've got the
Yeah,
whole paint
Delfino. Yeah.
aesthetic, which
Mm-hmm.
I was linking it as he wore that was a reference to Super Mario Sunshine because I even came away from it saying, "Can't believe they didn't give Mario the Hydro Pack
Oh yeah.
thing
Mm-hmm.
because you've got all the Delfino Plaza people.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't you got that pack?"
Yeah.
But when I then looked at the toy that Logan got, they've called it that he's Wonder Bowser Jr. So that pulls from the Wonder Flower.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and isn't that when there might be many different places, but Wonder's also one of the places where Yoshi like blows up, right? Becomes like the gigantic
Elephant,
Yoshi.
yeah.
Yeah. Balloon
Apparently,
Yoshi.
Logan seems to say that I don't know if you watched a YouTube video on it, but apparently that comes from Mario Galaxy, the game as well. But
Oh,
that
really?
being
I
Mario
didn't remember that.
Galaxy 2.
Yeah, okay. I knew there might be numerous places where there probably more than one. In fact, I kind of wondered if the first place it ever happened was in Super Mario Brothers on the Super NES. I kind of vaguely remember him doing that in that one, possibly, but I can't really remember.
And then we got the drill power up from Super Mario Galaxy. We got the feather cape power up.
Yeah. Where'd the cloud power up come from? I don't remember the cloud power up that Luigi got.
Is that not from 3D World? That was a DS,
Maybe. Yeah.
3DS game.
Yeah.
Because they gave Toad the Penguin power up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was hilarious, that
Yeah.
scene. It just waddles off. Obviously we got the frog power up. We got the fire power up. We got the ice power up. Can't remember a cloud. Cloud.
Yeah, I vaguely remember you using it to like make him jump and stuff like that, or like platforms from jump on, but I don't remember. I don't remember where. There's a lot of like vaguely, like, oh, I vaguely remember that. The Game Boy Advanced in 2004 for Balloon Yoshi. That was literally that's literally the first time Yoshi turned into a balloon. Was on his own game, Balloon Yoshi. Never played that one. That one's new to me. Never even heard of that one, to be honest. So, yeah, I think that's. I think. Oh, the only thing I was gonna say when I was like, I had many thoughts in my head at one time was, if we could have a Peach and Rosalina game where we're not just like turning into bakers and I don't know, detectives and all the other stupid stuff, no offense, that they had us turn into for the Princess Peach game. If you love that game, I'm sorry. That's great. I'm very happy for you.
Wait, so what you're saying is you want like a Mario Odyssey, but you play as Peach or Rosalina?
I don't care if I don't care if it's 3D or 2D. I don't really care. Either one I'm good with. But man, I think there's really something there. Like, make them the powerful people that we saw in that video game and let them like do their thing, you know? I don't care if
Yeah.
they're finding Mario, if they're doing whatever, saving Lumas. I don't care. Like, give them a job. Maybe they're saving Toads and Lumas, and Mario and Luigi are like on vacation and Delfino Isle, and their phones don't work. I don't know. Like, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. I want another Captain Toad. I know that much.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore that game.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind another Captain Toad. I just would
But
really like to see them lean into the girl power thing that they got going in the movies in their video games.
what, like when Zelda linked to Zelda with Echoes of Wisdom?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, however they want to play it, they would probably know. And you did see like a little bit of it, but not as a main character. Like in Odyssey, you get there and you think you're going to save Peach and she's going to be all happy to see you and she's going to be like, "Oh," and then she basically is like, "Peace out. I don't want either of you idiots." And then she just leaves and like, yeah, starts touring the world. Like, or the galaxy.
You see,
Like,
that
yeah.
would lead that following that story on, where you then go and peruse the galaxy as Peach, and you find a Luma that tells you that your sister is lost, and you've got to go find her. Peach doesn't know of Rosalina other
Yeah.
than racing against her in Mario Kart or kicking her ass in Smash Bros.
Yeah. I love it.
So
I think they need to lean more into that central character in their video games. And but the Princess Peach game we got, Showtime or whatever it was called, I don't know. I was like, really? This is what you're gonna do with Princess Peach? Like, come on. This
so
isn't her.
so when they dropped the Nintendo Direct in like June, and like off the back of the game, we've seen that everybody's interested in Peach, so we're going to go ahead and make this. You'll
Yeah,
be very excited.
I will be, as long as it's not a baking game. And I mean, I love baking, but I mean, like, as long as that's not what she's doing, like, as long as it's not like Mama's cooking, but Princess Peach is cooking. Like, I just please don't make it that. That's what I don't want.
Yeah.
Make it a legit game, just like a Mario. But anyways, whatever. Yeah. Um, do you think, by the way, I mean, they dropped the Galaxy, remakes to kind of, I think, I would say, go along with this. Do you think they're going to lean into anything else in one of these directs in the next, 6 months ish? Going to be like, hey, we're developing X, Y, or Z.
I'm trying to think, because Galaxy was a bit was like going back and re-releasing Galaxy was bringing some revenue back to when the Wii U era kind of hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. I don't,
Yeah.
unless they like really lean into the Smash Bros thing and be like, you've seen that you have this, like, watch as we have a gladiator style Mario where they're all having to compete for a certain thing for a certain reason.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's you could brainstorm all day about it, but
Oh yeah.
because there's so many different directions that they could go in now.
Yeah. They could, they could be using as one gigantic focus group. Like the movie
Yeah,
is just this gigantic, like they threw everything in it, and then they're kind of like they can totally like ask you like, what did you like the most in this movie? And like kind of get an idea to be like, do you like a strong peach that runs the day, runs the world, saves the day, um, or
I have a feeling that they're going to lean massively into Yoshi. He
yeah,
seemed to, once soon as he had arrived, he did so much in each section
mm-hmm,
that I think they're going to lean into Yoshi a lot in terms of an origin story kind of thing, as well as um, spin-offs for other stuff, even if it's a show or anything like that. Because that's the other thing is they can go and do like an animated TV series, like the Minions did that off the back of Despicable Me. So we know Illumination like to do that kind of thing.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and you have the Yoshi book video game coming out, which looks pretty cool. I'm all in.
Yeah,
May
I'm
twenty
excited
first.
for that.
Yeah, I just looked it up. May 21st. So yeah, I think that'd be cool. I don't have anything
Um,
else. And you have
what
anything
about
else?
Pikmin?
Oh, Pikmin. Yeah. It's just another one of those things, like just one more smattering that they threw on the board, right? Like it's just like it really did seem like me. I was like, all right, let's just put all the references in here and do all the things. And I thought it was fun. It was like, I don't know, man. It was almost like a commercial, like a trailer where they're just like hit after hit after hit of all the things I love, right? And they're just like, oh, okay, now you're gonna get a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit and a little bit. I'm sorry. And you're gonna see all the things. And while I'm talking, I can see Sean mimicking, "Go away." It's all good. It's dad crossing. I love it. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
just he forgets that one, he's loud, and two, that when I'm sat here doing this, that to approach, he should like maybe wave and say, like, and give me the thumbs up, not just come across with his Harry Potter wand and his Harry Potter glasses trying to turn me into something.
Uh, I love it. I think it's great. I don't have to worry about that. My kids are away, so I'm all alone here right now. So there you go. All right, I do not have any final, or I do not have any other thoughts. I've said it all. I liked it. It was a 9 for me. From nostalgia, probably carried at least one of those points, if not two. But overall, it was a fun ride.
Yeah. If it, like I said, if it wasn't for the rush to the end
Mm-hmm.
and trying to cram so much in that hour and 38 minutes, it'd have scored a lot higher. It was just, it suddenly stopped. I was fully absorbing it all towards the end, and like, they'd built the castle. I thought, are we going to get like another 10, 15 minutes of like just something funny and interesting happening to kind of like tie the story off, before the credits roll and we get the post credit scenes? But it didn't just stop there, and I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
oh. So I need to watch again. As soon as it comes out available to purchase digitally, I'll be all over it, the
Yeah.
same as what was for the first one. And then I'll probably have like a proper sit down, watch both films back to back kind of day with
Ooh, that'd
Logan.
be fun. That'd be a good idea. I like that idea. So, yeah.
So, but yeah, that's it. I honestly, I enjoyed it. And it only scored low for the rush. Other than
Mm-hmm.
that, everything else about it was amazing. I giggled a lot. The tongue-in-cheek jokes are hilarious. Charlie Day as Luigi still absolutely chuckles. It's just brilliant. Every time I see him or hear him as Luigi, all I can imagine him is singing "That's Not My Name" from Horrible Bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, great film. Go if you haven't seen it and you've listened to this and you're like, oh well, thanks very much, Sean and Nick. You spoil everything. You knew. We told you at the beginning. So more for you for staying around and listening, but also thank you for staying around and listening. But go see it. Go watch it with the kiddos. It's great. I mean, Lindsay enjoyed it. She's a big Yoshi fan, so as soon as Yoshi came on the screen, she was smiling away. But I've got 3 kids, 20, 14, and 8, and all 3 of them loved it. So
yeah,
take them all.
Take them all. I like it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's a wrap. So let's go and get out of here.
Oh, I like it. See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott. You can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over, because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.